Hi, I'm Sean Fletcher from Clackamas ESD. We're going to take a look at downloading, editing, or creating documents for your Toolkit webpage. The first thing we're going to do is go to the Toolkit webpage. If you scroll down, you'll find a page called Managing the Toolkit. If you scroll partway down the page to number 3B, you're going to see Data Tracker. This is a template of the Data Tracker that's available for you to copy and use. Once you've gotten into the spreadsheet, what we're going to do is go over to File and make a copy. We're going to call this My Data Tracker and click OK. Once your copy's been made, you can go back into your Google Docs, and there it is, My Data Tracker. So this is going to be what you're eventually going to put inside your web page. So what we're going to do is go down to our folders for our toolkit. We're going to find the data tracker, and we're just going to drag that right in. Now that you've saved your data tracker, we have the ability to embed it into the Toolkit web page. Okay, now that we're on the Toolkit page, we're going to go to the data tracker. And what we want to do is remove the tracker that came in the template and put our own in. So we're going to edit the page, click on the embedded tracker, and we're going to remove it. Now what we're going to do is insert our form. Go up to Insert, and we're going to use Gadget. So we're going to click on More Gadgets, Embed a Gadget, and we're going to select that. Now what we're going to do is go to our Google Docs and collect some information to embed our form in the web page. So I'm going to click on my Google Docs. Here we have our data tracker folder and our data tracker. Once you get to the spreadsheet portion, you can click on Form, Embed Form in a web page, and you're going to get this script right here that we're going to copy. Once that's copied, we're going to go back to our web page and paste that into the gadget. And make sure to select Include a Scroll Bar on Gadget when necessary. This gives you the option to see the whole form. And we're going to say OK. So now we have our new data tracker that's embedded, and we're going to click Save. And here we go. So you have your data tracker. Now that we've embedded the data tracker, we're going to want to edit it so that it meets the needs of your school district. So click on the data tracker. When you first enter into any form, you're going to see the spreadsheet. This is where all the information is going to come back to when people submit information on the form. What we want to do is go to Forms. When you click on Forms, you have a lot of different options. You can send the form to somebody. You can go to a live form. Show you what that looks like. So this is just the form as people will see it. You can embed the form in a web page, which is what we just got done doing. Show summary of results. So anytime you use the form that collects concrete, measurable data with numbers or fixed responses, you'll be able to see a spreadsheet of results just by clicking Show Summary of Responses. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to Edit Form. Once you're in the form, you can edit each cell by clicking Edit. You can make a duplicate. We'll just do that for an example. So if you click Duplicate, it'll give you the exact same information from the previous cell. And you can save that by clicking on the pencil, or you can delete it by clicking on the trash can there. What you're going to want to do is put in the names of the schools that are going to be entering information. So we're going to edit this cell. Let's say you only have 4 schools, so we can take out school number 5. You can change the names of the schools. And then when you're done, you just click the pencil and it's changed your options. Down here we have it set up so that we have data teams that you can select from, and again, you may have very different needs in that regard. You would just click on the pencil, and this gives you the options to change any of the things that are embedded in that form. One of the other things that you can see here is that you have a whole option of different ways of collecting information. You can have people enter text, you can have a bigger space for them to do a paragraph, you can do multiple choice where they can just choose one. If you do check boxes, you can say, do you know something about these 4 or 5 things? And people will be able to select all that apply. And then we have scale and grid, which are options that I'm not as familiar with, but you can explore those. If there's something that you want that's totally different, you can go to add an item and say what it is that you want. Let's add choose from a list. And that'll pop up at the end of your form. If you want to move things around, you just click and drag and things will bump into their new positions. We're going to delete this one. So once your form is set up how you want it, you just click Save. And now what you can do to test and make sure that it worked is you can go back to your page and refresh it. And you can see that the school name is changed in here. So now the information is going to be what it is that you want to collect information on, and all that information that gets plugged into the form is going to come back to your spreadsheet. If by chance you want to create a form from scratch, you can just go over to Create, Form, and then you're off to the races. I hope that helped. Be sure to check out the rest of our videos and contact us with any questions.